Here's another video in our business finance series focusing on access to liquidity. You've tried out the credit cards, the banking relationships, you're seeing a softening economy. Your business has grown exponentially in the last 4 years since COVID, but yet cash is still tight. And moreover, like many small businesses, you're all in on this, meaning your source of wealth, your source of operating income for your home, for your family, it all comes from this business. Well, there may come a time where you do have to look outside for alternative financing vehicles. Specifically, yes, private equity. Private equity becomes a lot more active as there is greater uncertainty and volatility in the economy. Time and time again. Why? Because they tend to be more opportunistic and can bear the risk, hence the higher return. So for those of us that have grown a business for 5, 10 years, 15 years, now's the time to start not just talking to banking relationships, but also start thinking about the exit. What is the end game? Sure, for someone like myself, I'm still in my 40s. I'm not really thinking of an end game, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't start building those relationships, because it's not just about the ultimate exit. The exit is actually a journey, and the normal exit can take 5 years, but that's just 5 years from now. But even if you're thinking 10 years out, having the relationships, understanding what certain investors are looking for, and being able to create that strike zone of investors, it's important. Because recapitalizing your balance sheet is the first step to exiting your business. Now, what does that mean? If you happen to own the business 100%, or even if you had a business partner, and you have to buy that individual out, for example, well, you can go out and you can finance it in traditional methods. Well, you could use operating cash flow, but with a softening economy, do you really want to take more margin away from your business to do a financing activity? You may not want to. Well, that could be an entry point for private equity. So you bring on, you create these relationships, and you have your story. And well, what does the equity do? It essentially replaces other equity, and it could replace yours. Why would you do that? Well, because maybe you want to take some cash off the table, right? It's a great opportunity. If you've built a $10 million, $15 million business and you're sitting on $20, $25 million in enterprise value, well, and you only have 5 or 10 years left, it may be the opportunity to begin to start taking money off the table and building relationships with private equity. Now, a lot of private equity will want controlling interest. That may not suit you today, but there are many passive investors, especially through family offices. They're not looking to run a business, right? They'll put their contracts in place. You're going to have greater corporate governance, which is not a bad thing, right? Having them on the board, but ultimately you get to take some money off the table, one, or better yet, hopefully, you still want to grow the business. You want an infusion of capital, plus you want to maybe do a buyout of existing shareholders. So big bad private equity isn't always a big bad thing, because it does allow you to recapitalize your balance sheet, and it could be a cost-effective way of infusing capital into your business.